Hello and welcome to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Formula Vee at Rudskogen Motorsenter and it's going to be a wonderful week of racing. But I always do say that. If you are new to my channel, what we do is we do a hot lap and then a breakdown lap, then we're back in the cockpit a final time with the driving line on. Big thank you to everyone that supports this channel, either just through watching the videos, but especially to those of you that have used my buy a coffee or buy me a beer link in my description. That has been very, very welcome. Thanks so much for that. Right, let's start the lap. Okay then, let's start the lap. So smashing it down on the right hand side, looking for this 50-meter marker coming up. We're going to get our braking done, long trail off, down to third, on the gas, big lift here, that's all, and then back on the gas nice and early. Cutting it back over to the right hand side to shorten the track when we can, as we start to contemplate turns 3 and 4 coming up, which, as you all know, is a nightmare in the race. So we go past the 50, we just do a lift in this first section, very, very light bit of braking, down to third gear, on the gas really early, back over to the right hand side. We're going to go flat through the kinks here, making sure that you keep something on the track. Little brake, we're going to hug it nice and tight here, and then back on the gas. Everything going well so far. I do have my brake bias 4 clicks rearward. If anyone asks me in the comments, I'll know you've not watched this. Long trail off, down to third gear at the apex, on the gas. Exit nice and wide. Back over to the right hand side. So much time is lost in the race here. Can be a little bit slippy. Absolutely flat through 13. As we come over to the turn here, on the brakes, trail it off, stop building up, and we're holding, and now we know we're going to make it back on full throttle. If I'd gone any earlier, I would have had an off track on exit. Alright, not a bad lap. What is it? A 1 minute 36.882. Be competitive this week. Alright, let's do the breakdown. Right, now for the breakdown lap. I'll try and charge through it. So, looking for the first braking marker, which is going to be this 50-meter sign just up ahead. As we get there, we come off the gas, we get most of the speed wiped off, up to about 60% braking it in a straight line. We trail it off, down to the apex, and then as we get to the apex, you see I'm already starting to put some throttle on, so that when I hit the change down, I'm already at nearly 40% throttle. That's stopping the rears from locking up or anything silly. Onto full gas, and then just as we get over to the turn, we're going to do a big lift, almost down to nothing, and then we're going to build back up, and we're on 100%, look, really early on into the corner, as you can see from the track map. Now, I prefer to hug it back over to the right here in the V's. They don't have the oomph to push us too far out wide. So turn 3 is just going to be a lift here. So we're making sure we've got a really nice wide entry. We're going to start going towards the corner, and only now do we do a lift in 4th gear. And as you can see, I'm just holding it around 30%. And then just a little bit of braking. And when I do brake, as you see, I just straighten the steering wheel as I did that. And now I'm just feathering it, dropping it down to 3rd gear. And now I'm back on 100% throttle. Look how early I'm on 100% throttle. When I'm in a race and doing a back-to-front challenge, the amount of people I can pass in this next little section because they're so late on the throttle. Trust your car. Now we're completely flat through here. So nice wide entry. And this is where we want to be. We don't want to be touching the grass with our left-hand tyre, but this is fine and no off-track. And do remember that it is going to understeer, so you can aim slightly further into the corner than you expect. This is fine as well. And then as we get to this line here, we're just going to jump on the brakes briefly up to about 55%, immediately trail it off. We're in 3rd gear, and I'm just going to build back up on the throttle. I did go a little bit early there, and I had to ease off just to get that rotation, and then I was able to start building back up. So once I get to sort of halfway down the little hill, I'm back on 100%. Now, in the past, I have said you can stay in 3rd here, but because I got on the throttle so early, it didn't make sense for me to change up. And then our next braking marker is going to be just after the 50-meter sign on the right-hand side. And we're going to get most of it done in a straight line, almost up to 100%. As I say, I am using 4 clicks rearward to stop my fronts from locking. And it's a long trail off, still keeping some brakes on there. And now I'm dropping it down to 3rd gear at the apex and just holding 100% throttle. It does feel like it bogs down. You can drop to 2nd. I may do in a race if I'm going slightly slow. This next corner, what we're wanting to do is get over to the right-hand side, and as we do that, we're just going to jump on the brakes up to about 60%, trail it off, and then start building back up, and you want to be on 100% throttle on the apex here. Absolutely flat through this next corner, turn 13, and we are cutting it, but we're making sure that we're keeping our left-hand tyres off the mud. And then the last one, just braking up to about 50%, trailing it off. We're in 3rd gear. We're starting to build up. Again, I went slightly early, but I'm holding it around 50-60%. I'm turning, look, full 90-degree lock here to make sure I can make the corner. And then once I know that I'm making it, I'm up at 100% nice and early. That's going to give me a nice exit and extra speed down the straight if it's not the final lap and you're wanting to pass someone. Right. That was all straightforward. Final time with the driving line on. Any questions, let me know in the comments. And now a final run through with the driving line on. As always, thanks for the continued support, guys. I've been Sambo iRacing, and I'll see you guys in the week. Have a good one.